1からいいえ0から
Okay guys, hey, Shinobi here again with the next build video. This is one of the last build videos out of my multiple. I only have like 3, maybe 4 out so far. I have Maruhi, I have Haruko, I have Shinta out just like 2 days ago, and now I'm doing Saiko. People requested for her as well like a couple of weeks back, and I kind of forgot. Sorry about that. But yeah, she's here now. Tell me whatever next build you guys want next. But for now, we're working with Saiko's build. So I will see you guys when I get into a multi-lobby. Alright guys, we're back in the multi-lobby, and yeah, here's Saiko. Saiko, people call her differently, so do I. But yeah, here she is. She's supposed to be mainly just a striker, a complete striker. But I made her like kind of I gave her stats that were kind of like going towards a little bit of basic attack as well, because why the heck not? And like giving her 125 in stamina, that's like kind of like, I mean, you can go for it if you want, but it's really just choice. But for yeah, here's her stats. She has 125 in health, she has 84 in stamina, 125 in strike sweepers, and 41 in basic attacks. If you guys want, you can just put 125 build like in Xeno 1 and just give her 125 health, stamina, and strike sweepers, and just like have nothing in your basic attack. But it's really all just preference between you guys. I mean, I had her in both ways, but between like having 84 here and this 41 here, and I also had her with 125 here, and over here, and they all both work well for me, I guess. But this is what I'm most comfortable with, because at least when I get my stamina broken, I will not stay in that stamina broken state for too long. But yeah, Saiko, we have our presets here. I have 2 presets which are Xeno 1 presets somewhat. As you guys could see here, the first one being one of those presets. The only thing that's like not a part of Xeno 1 is the fact that I have different super soul. I mean, this one has the I'm fastest in the universe super soul, which was in Xeno 1, but this one has you're just pieces in the game, which is not a part of Xeno 1. But it's alright though. But for this one we have Godbreaker, which is really, you could just use it for any person, like any type of a counter move you want. You could really just, it's just, you know, you just choose whatever counter move you want. I just use Godbreaker because there's, you know, one counter move, and I didn't really feel like using Pressure Sign. Not to mention it didn't really go with the color scheme somewhat, so I was like, you know, why not just give it a gold move. Death Beam have to have the signature move, even from Xeno 1. Arm Crash, Rise to Action, Justice Combination, Victory Rush, Potential Unleashed, and Energy Barrier. Now this may look a little cheesy, obviously, but I will be having a video of her and my student fighting after this video is pulled out in the near future, and you will see how I've been fighting with her. If you actually look into the videos where I'm fighting with her, you'll see that even if I have Rise to Action and Energy Barrier, I'm not really fighting the same way exactly like as I was in Xeno 1, where I'll just, like, some people would like use Energy Barrier and go into Rise to Action. I don't really do that. Only time I really do that is if somebody's playing me really dirty, and even then I still don't really do it too often. Hell, I even forget to. But yeah, pretty good moves, you know, especially for her having 84 in stamina. Gotta keep that stamina up, so having Rise to Action is really good for that. Next preset. This is one of my first presets. I had changed it up a little bit with the look, because I recently changed her look, actually, if you guys didn't realize. But yeah, we have Very Well Shot Return Time for the Super Soul. We have Savage Strike, Sledgehammer, Ki Blast Cannon, Gorgeous Shot, Spirit Sword, Justice Combination, Potential Unleashed, and Energy Barrier. The combo for this, you do a knockdown combo into Gorgeous Shot, into Ki Blast Cannon, and then you use Sledgehammer, full Sledgehammer, and then you go right into a Savage Strike. that is a really high damaging combo somewhat. The Ki Blast Cannon doesn't do that much damage, but the Gorgeous Shot, Sledgehammer, and Savage Strike, all those 3 moves alone will do a pretty hefty amount of damage, especially for it being just mostly 3 moves doing the most of the damage. Her second or third preset, I have I'm Neither Kami nor Piccolo. I honestly don't remember when I put this Super Soul on, but I have it on. It's a pretty good Super Soul either ways. I have Shining Slash for the super attacks, Death Beam, Finish Buster, Handy Cannon, Super Kamehameha, Justice Combination, Potential Unleashed, and Energy Barrier. Combo for this one is you're gonna knock your opponent away, use a Shining Slash, use a Death Beam, a Handy Cannon, and to Finish Buster. Or you could just use a Shining Slash, Handy Cannon, then Death Beam into a Finish Buster, since Death Beam has a longer stun time. That's the preset for that, third preset. And then now fourth preset, this is one of my more flashier presets. It has a mixture of both Ki Blast and Strike Supers. It has the Super Soul, the ultimate power is mine. You could also use the other Super Soul, which is I Hate What I've Become, which can help her both in Strike and Ki Blast Supers, which is a good thing considering that she's mostly a striker. So giving her Kiki Bang and a Super Soul that can increase her Ki Blast Supers as well can make this preset very effective. But the preset, I mean, for the combo on this one, you have to knock your opponent back with the Gigantic Omega. Well, no, you do a knockback combo and then you use Gigantic Omega and you try to do Meteor Blow as fast as you can, and you go into a Saturday Crash, and then you go right into a Lightning of Absolution. That is the combo for that one. Pretty cool. The ultimates, I have Soul Punisher and Ice Cannon. You can use Soul Punisher, you can use Ice Cannon, and then if you still have 5 bars of Ki or more, you can run up right in front of your opponent and you can use a Soul Punisher, which makes an unvanishable combo ultimate thing. Yeah. And then you have Power Pole and Energy Barrier. So yeah. Preset number 4. Or technically 5. Super Soul we have here is the ultimate power is mine. The super attacks are Destruction's Concerto Comet, that's kind of weird to say low-key. Flash Strike, Hawk Charge, Sudden Death Beam, and the ultimate attacks are Special Beam Cannon, Spirit Sword, Potential Unleashed, and Miracle Kneel. I don't really use Miracle Kneel too often. This is like literally one of the only presets that I actually use Miracle Kneel. So yeah, I was like, why not? Super Soul, again, really good for using hybrid moves, like, you know, using a difference between Ki Blast and Strike Supers, so it can really help her overall. And hold on. Alright, yeah, sorry about that, guys. Had to deal with a few things in the house. But what was I think I was talking about the combos. Yeah, for this combo you have to use, well, you don't have to, but you could do like a knockback attack with the female Earthlings, and then you do like basically like a square, triangle square, and you do another square, and like you go behind your opponent, and like after you go behind your opponent, you hit them with a you use a Destruction's Concerto Comet. That's such a freaking handful, but yeah, use that move, and it's gonna knock your opponent up long enough for you to use Hawk Charge. As soon as you use Hawk Charge, then you hit them with a Flash Strike, which is going to do a pretty decent amount of damage. Not a shit ton, but pretty good amount. Then you just have Sudden Death Beam, just for a safe move, I guess you could say. You know, just to get you out of some certain situations that you can't get out of fast enough with Ki canceling or Ki stunning. And then your your ultimates are going to be Special Beam Cannon, Spirit Sword, and Potential Unleashed. Miracle Kneel has a lot of different properties. People think it's a shitty move, or shitty evasive to be precise, but it's actually pretty decent evasive. it has iframes throughout the whole thing, unlike Headshot, which I really hope, I really wish like Headshot had as much iframes as Miracle Nail does, but sadly that we can't have everything that we want. But yeah, Miracle Nail, it gives a lot of iframes throughout the whole animation. It stuns your opponent if they're next to you. In fact, it stuns them long enough for you to continue a whole combo. In fact, actually, last time I checked, I believe one time I actually used Miracle Nail into Destruction's Concerto Comet into a Hot Charge and Flash Strike, and it actually worked, I believe. I'm not too sure, but you guys could check that out for yourself. Yeah, that's that preset. And next preset. Now this is one of my favorite presets, to be honest. And also one of my latest presets, I believe, besides like the Xeno 1 presets and like these two other presets. Well, this is a Xeno 1 preset, but besides this one and this one, yeah, those are pretty much my newer presets, or at least my most recent ones. And so this one, it has just pieces in the game. Sledgehammer for the super attacks. It has Sledgehammer, Time Control, After Image, Divine Retribution, and for the ultimates it has Dragon Fist, Justice Combination, Potential Unleashed, and Explosive Wave. This is her Shaolin preset. You know, cause Psycho went on a vacation trip. You know, she wasn't on my channel for a good ass amount of time. I believe the last time she was on my channel was the Batosai X Sanosuke video, and after that video I don't think I showed her anymore until now, and that's because she went on a trip to the Shaolin monks. Why'd I say monsters? And yeah, she ended up training and meditating and just doing all types of activities with the monks in this mystical mountains of Shaoyu. And yeah, she had obtained enlightenment, and yeah, yeah, she decided I'm gonna do a lot of fucking damage and you can't do shit about it. So yeah, that's when I made this preset, and it has, like, you know, you just pieces in a game to pretty much help her out with her strike supers even more. Her Kiki Bang increases her strike supers even more. She has Sledgehammer, Time Control, After Image, Divine Retribution. Those three moves, the Sledgehammer, Time Control, and Divine Retribution, those three can go right into a combo. And as soon as you land a full Time Control, your opponent can't do anything about it. They can't limit burst, you can't use an evasive, they can't do anything. So you hit them with a Time Control and you use a full Sledgehammer and you go right into a Divine Retribution. And if you're fast enough, actually, you can sometimes even catch your opponent mid-air after using Divine Retribution. Only happens very few times, depends, but it happens. If you use Time Control, it will completely stop your opponent from using their limit burst. So that's a plus. You can use a limit burst. I mean, you can use Time Control right into a Justice Combination. Don't do that unless if you're really just trying to kill your opponent because they're douchebags. Or you can just use a Time Control once when you break their stamina right into a Dragon Fist. Yeah, pretty good combo. It does a lot of damage. I think last time I checked, it does like what, like a whole health bar when I'm at full power and everything. So yeah, pretty good preset. A lot of these presets are like slip damage, pretty quick damage, which is why I also gave her basic attacks. So yeah. So her next preset is one of her original Xeno 1 presets, or at least one of my friends' Xeno 1 presets, which also has been switched up a little bit. It's like a kind of like a tribute, I guess, to one of my older friends' presets, and I like switched it up a little bit and added my own little taste to it. But it has Fastest in the Universe for the Super Soul, and the super skills, or the skill set, has Power Pole Combo to catch runners. It has Pearl Flash to catch runners, and also to catch people that want to keep step blocking a lot. So like it kind of disorientates them mentally a little bit. It has Death Beam, which is also a really good move and one of my signature moves from Xeno 1. Rise to Action, and that's just for you to get your stamina back. Divine Lasso. That is not a move from Xeno 1, but I did not give a shit. You know, it goes pretty good with my character's color, so I decided to use Divine Lasso with her. And then it has Maiden Blast, which is a really good underrated ultimate. Even in Xeno 1 it was really underrated. Be careful when you use it. If your opponent has more stamina than like enough stamina to snap, they will snap out of it if they know about it. But it's a pretty good pretty good ultimate. And we have potential unleash for the ultimate. The awoken skills, sorry, my mind's a little out of it today. And for the evasive, energy barrier, because you know it's a Xeno 1 preset and stuff. Don't question. This one is my final preset, guys, and actually it's kind of growing on me a little bit. It's one of my favorite ones, and I made it like just yesterday, I believe. Yeah, I made it yesterday. It's a pretty fun preset, but it has variable fly return time because her Kiki Bang reduces her health by 5. Not to mention she's the shortest height, so variable fly return time can really help her with her health, even though she has like almost a whole half a green bar health with that Kiki Bang on. But still a pretty good super soul overall, especially if you're really good at perfect blocking. And I'm not talking about spamming the block button and shit, or dash blocking the whole game. I'm talking about like just actually good with your perfect blocks that could really benefit you. It benefits those other guys too, but you know what I mean. My skill set is Darkness Twin Star, Hawk Charge, After Image, Sonic Bomb. My ultimate attacks are Super Kamehameha, Justice Combination. My awoken skills is Potential Unleashed, and my evasive is Turn Retreat. Turn Retreat, you could also use High Tension Retreat, which is better. I just use Turn Retreat because why not? It's a pretty cool evasive. If you're a striker, it does a lot of damage if you hit it at the right angle. For some reason, I actually killed some opponents with it by accident, and I've actually been killed by this evasive, believe it or not, by one of my friends, ESJ Trey. Don't question it, he was on a male Earthling striker, and it did a lot of damage. What was the male saying? Either ways, it still hurted. Hurted? Is hurted a word? I don't know. But you guys get the idea. Does a pretty decent amount of damage. It's funny to kill people with, and still evades you out of most things. And even if it doesn't, you could always dash as soon as you get out of the animation. You'll get iframes. You could even block as soon as you get out of the animation, and you'll be fine. So that is her build, guys. You know, that is Psycho, and I hope you guys enjoyed the build. If this video was not too long, I will have a few fights, but I probably won't because I do have a Batosai X Sanosuke video coming up soon after this build video has been put out. It's a part 2 with me and my student, which he has pretty much gotten better, to be honest, like a tremendous amount compared to like months ago when he was doing a lot of faults. But yeah, that video will be coming out where I'm showing Psycho's build and how much damage and how good she is in combat. So yeah, hope you guys liked the build video. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.